Welcome back. We're cooking up some great beef dishes that are perfect for any event or occasion and especially appropriate for this holiday season. I'm with Chef Dave Zeno of the Beef It's What's for Dinner Culinary Center. And Chef Zeno, I understand we have a wonderful prime rib roast to talk about today.
We certainly do. This is a boneless rib roast. It's a 3-rib.
Yep.
One of my favorite cuts, especially at the holiday time.
It's a great Christmas dinner, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. Or a weeknight dinner as well.
Absolutely.
Working for beef, I can eat it more than once.
But one of the things that I hear people talk about, though, is this is an expensive roast, right?
It is an expensive roast.
And people don't want to screw it up. So you're going to help us make sure we don't screw up this expensive piece of meat, right?
That's correct. And the first thing you want to do is you want to have a rack like this in a roasting pan.
Okay.
And place the roast on it so the air circulates around the roast and it cooks evenly.
Super.
And my biggest recommendation for making something that looks difficult very easy is a oven-proof thermometer. And what you can do with this thermometer is you can set it for the temperature you want to pull it at.
Okay.
You can set the timer for it. Plug the probe right into the roast.
The roast, center of the roast, okay.
Put the roast in the oven, 350-degree oven, for about 2 1/4 to 2.5 hours for medium rare, or to medium doneness. And what you want to remember is that when we pull the roast out of the oven, we want to let it rest. Like I have this one here resting.
Gotcha.
And if you don't have a nice rack like that, you can take some aluminum foil, wrap it up, and use it as a...
I've never seen that done. That's an outstanding
as a roast.
idea. Yeah.
So what we've got here is a simple rub that we're going to do. That's your basic steak seasoning.
Okay.
This is some dried rosemary.
Oh, yeah.
Oops, and Dijon mustard. We're going to stir that together.
So that's just Dijon mustard as the base, and then
we adding the steak
spices.
seasoning and the rub. Very simple. We in the Culinary Center like to make your lives easy, not difficult.
Yeah.
Then we take this rub and then just kind of put it all over the roast.
Yep. And you're going to want to evenly cover that entire roast with that.
We could do it with a spoon.
Okay.
Or if you're wearing gloves like me, you can kind of go like that. And get it on all sides of the of the roast.
Now that one doesn't look like it has much fat on it. I've always heard that you need to keep the fat cap up. Is that right?
That's correct, because what the fat's going to do, it's going to drip down into the roast.
Okay.
Giving you a very tender beef eating experience.
Fantastic.
All right, so we've got our rub made. We've got our roast ready to pop into the oven. The next thing we're going to do is make a sauce.
Oh wow!
And we're going to use some whole
cranberries.
Whole cranberries, very nice for the time of the year.
Sure.
We've got some water.
Okay.
So it was 3 cups of cranberries to 2 cups of water.
Gotcha.
And then we're going to add some honey.
Oh wow!
In there, and that's going to the honey's going to kind of compete with the tartness of the cranberries.
Cranberry, sure, yeah.
To kind of sweeten it up, and we cook this. We'd bring it to a boil.
Okay.
And then let it simmer. And what we're going to finish with is where'd it go? Here it is.
Oh, there it is, right over there.
Some Dijon mustard.
Oh, you're going to put Dijon mustard in that?
Yeah, as well. So the sauce will kind of play off the rub, and it all come together nicely.
Wow. And you're going to cook this for how long, did you say?
We're going to bring it to a boil and then let it simmer for about 15 minutes until the cranberries start to pop and blister a little bit, and it gets to a syrupy consistency.
Oh, look at that!
Like this, and this is our finished product right
here.
Wow!
And you just serve it on the side, or you pour it over the roast, or what do you recommend?
Well, you know what? I think if we did a little something like that.
Oh, like that! Wow.
That would really pretty things up, don't you think?
Wow, that does look nice. Wow.
Yeah. And it's really, once it all comes together, it reduces down, tastes really, really, really good.
Yeah.
So.
And typically, again, just to remind people, how long are we going to want to let this rest before we serve it?
About 10 to 15 minutes. If you want medium rare, which is 145, you want to pull it at about 135. Let it rest. All the juices will go back to the center. You wanted it at 160, which is medium. We'd pull it at 150.
Fantastic.
Same deal.
And just as an aside, you said you got this. This is all one prime rib roast. Is that right?
We bought it at a big box store, and we cut 3 ribs. So if you want to think, economics, it's always better to buy in bulk.
Yeah.
Save them, freeze them. and pull them out for that family occasion or that any day occasion, like I said.
Thank you so much for coming today. This is our absolute go-to for Christmas. We love a prime rib roast for Christmas, and thank you for coming and sharing with us a few tips on how to make sure that's an enjoyable experience for everybody.
You bet. Thank you, Kevin.
Yes. Now remember, for this and other outstanding beef recipes, visit the website beefitswhatsfordinner.com.